It's time now for the latest in local news. In the news, 4 soldiers from the 1st Brigade, 3rd Infantry Division in Fort Stewart are missing in Lithuania. That according to a press release from the U.S. Army Europe and Africa Division. They say the soldiers were conducting a tactical training when they went missing. They were operating an M88 Hercules armored vehicle at the time. The vehicle has been found submerged in a body of water in the training area. U.S. Army, Lithuania Armed Forces, Lithuania law enforcement. Others are conducting a search for the soldiers. In a statement from the commanding general, he says he'd like to thank personally Lithuania Armed Forces and first responders who quickly came to search and provide aid in the operation. The families of the soldiers being informed of any updates by the 3rd Infantry Division. They state more information will be released when it becomes available. The Jesup Police Department initiated a traffic stop on a silver Chevrolet Impala on March 23rd due to a detected taillight. The vehicle failed to yield and led officers on a high-speed chase through various streets in the area. Pursuit intensified as the suspect's vehicle reached the speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour on North Palm Street, a residential area. As the pursuit continued, the suspect disregarded a stop sign at the intersection of North Hickory Street and East Oak Street, ultimately colliding with the rear left side of the residence on Albany Street. Vehicle came to a stop. Suspect fled on foot into a nearby wooded area. Officers quickly established a perimeter to contain the suspect, while officers returned to the scene to check on the abandoned vehicle. With the assistance from the Wayne County Sheriff's Department, the suspect was located, secured, and identified as Mr. Demetrius McBride. Mr. McBride was placed under arrest and was transported to the Wayne County Jail, where he was turned over to the staff without further incident. Mr. McBride had an outstanding warrant for escape, aggravated assault, armed robbery, aggravated battery, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. Mr. McBride's new charges are felony fleeing and attempted to elude and defective equipment. In the Jesup Police Department state he's in custody at this time. Again, the incident occurred on March the 23rd here in Wayne County. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Other news, on March 18th, Jesup Police Department was notified by the GBI regarding allegations involving a Jesup police officer in connection with an ongoing criminal case in another jurisdiction. Order to permit the GBI to conclude its work and to permit the Jesup Police Department to conduct its own internal affairs investigation. Chief of Police has placed the officer on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation, which, as they state, is normal process whenever allegations regarding a police officer are made. They state a thorough criminal investigation is expected to be conducted by the GBI. Jesup Police Department's Internal Affairs Division will also conduct an internal investigation to determine whether any department policies, procedures, city ordinances, or provisions outlined in the City Employee Handbook were violated. Again, the Jesup Police Department says they're committed to transparency, accountability, and maintaining public trust. They state they uphold the highest professional and ethical standards and remain dedicated to providing professional law enforcement services to the citizens and visitors of Jesup while ensuring the integrity of our own ongoing investigations. And WIFO checked with the GBI yesterday. They state this is still under investigation, and they have nothing more to report at this time. Also got an update on that structure fire that occurred at 204 North Palm Street. They state that's still under investigation by the GBI, and the body of deceased Mark Osborne was later found days later. State Fire Marshal's Office classified the cause of the fire as undetermined. The GBI continues to investigate to determine whether there was any foul play involved. To this day, still no answer as to was Osborne in the building at the time the fire occurred, or did he enter the building after the fire? Mark Hampton Osborne was 48 at the time of his death, a 1994 graduate of Wayne County High School. City of Jesup says they're dedicated to obtaining the facts and reviewing their policies. This week, the city says they can't comment as long as the GBI is conducting their investigation. And this fire occurred back on January the 6th of this year. The body was not discovered until January 24th when neighbors complained about an odor coming from that structure. Both the Jesup Police and the Jesup Fire Department conducting independent reviews. They state they're cooperating with the GBI to determine the cause of death. GBI Crime Lab conducted an autopsy, but the results of that autopsy still have not been released as of yet. Again, WIFO continues to follow this story as, again, there are more questions than answers. Once again, the GBI says the investigation continues at this time. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. The legislative session ends in Atlanta on April the 4th, and the traditional event held by the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce is their post-legislative luncheon. That is set for April 22nd at Coastal Pines Technical College from 11 to 1. Tickets are currently on sale at the Chamber of Commerce office. They're $30 for members, $40 for non-members, but everyone is invited to come here from State Representative Stephen Meeks and Buddy DeLoach and State Senator Blake Tillery. And they'll be the guest speakers that day. Recap the legislative session. Once again, tickets are available at the Chamber. Once again, the date of the post-legislative luncheon, April 22nd. If you need tickets or information, call the Chamber at 912-427-2028. Chamber also is getting ready to host a cookout for elected officials in Wayne County. That takes place on Tuesday, April 15th, beginning at 6 p.m. at the Wayne County Farmers Market. Chamber is asking that elected officials please RSVP by Tuesday, April 8th, so they know how many people will be attending. And they state they look forward to seeing you there, and they want to show their appreciation for your service to the Wayne County community. Once again, that cookout is set for April 15th at 6 p.m. at the Wayne County Farmers Market. Chamber also getting ready for their second annual gala. It's entitled Disco Nights and Miami Lights. They've got tickets on sale already. It'll feature the company band. They'll have hors d'oeuvres, dancing, and fun-filled activities, including a raffle, live and silent auctions. Tickets for that event are $50 for chamber members, $75 for non-members. But again, everyone's invited to attend. It's going to take place at the Pine Forest Country Club on May 2nd from 6 to 10 p.m. If you need tickets, call the chamber at 912-427-2028. And finally, in the news, RIAM is hosting a lunch and learn today featuring exclusive guided tours of the plant. The WIFO fans have been invited, will be on hand, have a full report for tomorrow here on the local news. They say it's a great opportunity for the community to learn more about the processes and ask questions about the plant and its impact to the community. Once again, that lunch and learn taking place today at RIAM. Again, we'll have the full report for tomorrow here on the local news. That's going to do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.